Hey everyone, welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom. Last episode we managed to beat the Yugi challenge mode, and today we're gonna be starting on Kaiba's challenge mode, and I've got, I think, kind of an interesting strategy here. It's basically just relying on the Egyptian gods to carry us completely, so presumably there's gonna be once again 10 battles. And okay, the main thing is, I guess, surviving, and it's already going like horrifically because they got to attack twice straight away, and we've immediately taken a crap ton of damage. This is literally what I wanted to avoid, but. Here's Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, I guess. I think we will survive through this, but goddamn, this is really unlucky that they got the attack multiple times in a row. I have noticed that they were facing off against the same opponents, so. You know, that I'm assuming that will mean that we're always facing off against the same 10 battles, but instead we're obviously using the guys in Kaiba's party, which is definitely less interesting in that sense. I thought we were gonna have to fight 10 completely different battles, to be perfectly honest. Alright, just use another one of these. But hey, I mean, we'll see how this goes. Otherwise, this might become the last part of the challenge if this isn't the same. We just barely managed to beat the first level of this, but I mean, it's completely down to the fact that we had to move second. Oh great, we missed as well. Well, at least we win. Yeah, we move on to Battle 2 straight away. And I was gonna say there's gonna be one. Okay, goddamn it, we really don't get to attack first in any of these. I feel like there's a hidden speed stat in the game, but it doesn't show, obviously, making things a little complicated. So the big issue is obviously the fact we do not have any healing items. So I'm just gonna focus in on, and we miss. Wow, this is going pretty badly. Oh wow, this is an absolute disaster. And then that's probably a dead Blue Eyes, and now it's even a fucking crit! Wow. It's astounding how much of an absolute disaster this is. I mean, I guess we'll just use Soul of Obelisk. We can manage maybe to get through 4 battles purely from using the Egyptian gods. But that's also the furthest we're gonna go. I think I've already said that I don't really think the Blue Eyes trio is that incredibly strong. Also, they're guarding, that's kind of annoying. Nice miss. Also, we missed the goddamn moth. That's annoying. Like, what a fucking disaster. Also, wow, we don't even... It's like they get to do 5 moves before I do. Like, there has to be a speed stat, like a hidden speed stat within this game, because, like, I believe there is, like, a dynamic turn order, right? It's just that, like, who knows what the stats are, like, you know, in a lot of the dynamic turn order RPGs, they kind of, like, show you who's next. But in this one, they just don't, so it's kind of, you know, guess, like, you just kind of assume that, like, primarily it's been your free guys attack, their free guys attack, but, like, I don't know, there's times where it feels sort of like there's not much you can do when the opponent attacks first. That's like, wow, I'm gonna assume you just don't pick up any points when you're using the Egyptian gods. Like, that's the only thing I can assume. But, like, you can see the difference between, you know, how good certain ones are. As they're all three gonna attack in a row and kill the other Blue Eyes. God damn. Well, I don't know if we've shown off Slifer before, but here's Slifer when you use him. Like, I already know he's gonna turn in the Gate Guardian before we get to finish any of these guys off. I'm just gonna wait a turn. Thunder Point Blast. Also, out of experience, like, the Gate Guardian is also not that good. Gate Destruction. Although this is a pretty cool looking picture here to see Gate Guardian versus versus Slifer, but there's not a lot of ways to move the camera. So, like, you're always forced, I think, to face Slifer and Obelisk and Ron like the same way. Also, for some reason, he's lost his regen ability. Don't ask me why, though. But, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, prior to this I thought that the challenge mode with Yugi, Kaiba, and Joy would all be different, but I'm assuming now it just means that you use their marshals, right? Like, I'm assuming that's kind of the difference maker. And, like, the marshals don't make a ton of difference, all things considered. But yeah, boom. But yeah, as you can tell, just going full items with the blue eyes is probably not the best strategy. Like, in general, you probably want somebody with the mystical elf ability to heal off the attack, because here's Gemini double radiation, which, like, blue eyes probably won't even survive. Oh, actually, he did. So we get to see one more obelisk before he crumbles. Well, like, an absolutely fucking disastrous run. I do wonder. I don't know how possible it is to beat this with the blue eyes. Also, that definitely didn't go the way it was supposed to go. Like, I think the camera glitched there, and I think we missed 2 of them. Jeez. I will say the Gemini elves really don't have much health. Like, they're very frail. You know, their double attack's pretty good, but, you know, still very frail. Alright, another bitch slap. Goodbye. Mirror Force. He has Mirror Force apparently. Yeah, we saw in like one of the previous attempts that Mirror Force kind of sucks. Like, oh no, 250 damage to me. Like, I would have assumed Mirror Force would have meant that you took no damage and all the damage you would have taken was going to be taken by the enemy. But to me, that, for level 5 magic, that feels more like correct. Otherwise, it's really garbage. Like, to be honest, the best skills or the best magic items are, if you ask me, probably like Swords of Revealing Light, Yami, Raigeki, Gift of the Mystical Elf. Raime is pretty good too. Yep, and dead. Yeah, and you seem to not get any points by using the Egyptian gods. God damn. Alright, but yeah, no, that you can see the difference there. So yeah, the only difference between the modes seems to be the marshals you can use, and to be honest, like, you can kind of tell by the levels that I think I did the Yugi one more, or at least like they feel a lot higher level than like the Kyra ones. I know in like I've done a few playthroughs now of like both sides, and you know, I did 100% the game, right? We've got every single one of them. With some of these are like an absolute pain in the ass to get. So most of them are like fairly simple, right? You just go to a location or they're like a starting monsters, but some of them are like specifically tricky. For instance, King of Yami Makai and the Reaper of the Cards are only obtainable after like 3 playthroughs of you get them at the same spot as Dark Magician, but you only get them when you already have Dark Magician. That's the whole thing. And like, you need to get Dark Magician twice anyways to get Magician of Black Chaos. I think so, at least. You know, looking back, I'm not 100% sure, but like it wouldn't fully surprise me if this Dark Magician could turn into Magician of Black Chaos as well. And in that sense, you might can do this in like 2 runs instead of 3 runs, but like you get one of the Gemini Elves in Joey's story, and then the other one you need the one from Joey's story to get the one in Yugi's story. So like you need to beat Joey's story before then going back to doing Yugi's story to get the other one. Same goes for like Lava Battleguard, who's in Kaiba's story, and you have to go get Swamp Battleguard in Joey's story, and to then replay Kaiba's story to get Lava Battleguard. As well as like every monster that like has some sort of evolution, you need to re-go and rebeat the game. Obviously, Moisture Creature is like super hard to get or very obscure to get, but we have that on video. Like this one's like too complicated to just like explain. But yeah, I think pretty apprehensively, like it's pretty obvious that the monsters that can use magic are by far the best. Those including mostly spellcasters and spirits. I'd say the Magician of Face also really good. Outside of the fact that she's got level 5 magic, which is really good, Resurrection is just like a ridiculously good ability that paired up with like a few other monsters means that you can essentially forego having any sort of healing items. Like Rainbow Blast is fine, but like Resurrection is really good. I never got to really use Illusionist Faceless Mage, but level 4 magic is really good. Night Adapt's very good, and he gets the ability to paralyze a bunch of units, making him really good as well. Same goes for Invitation to the Dark. Sleep is really good. The Illusionary Gentleman is also very good, being able to blind enemies and reduce their attack strength. I'm trying to think what I think, if I'm correct, there are a few monsters at least with like level 4 and 5 magic. At the very least, she'd want level 3 magic, but those are the best monsters in the game. As yeah, you got level 3 magic, so like Aquamador is like at least decent. Outside of that, like there's some good warriors out there. Like I'd say Black Luster Soldier is really strong. Buster Blader and Ansatsu are really good. Panther Warrior is really good. It's really those 4 warriors. Mystic Horseman is pretty good too, out of personal use. The beasts kinda suck, all things considered. Outside of the harpies are really good. And like Man-Eater Bug and like Perfect Ultimate Great Mob's pretty good too. I've heard Dungeon Worm's good, but like you get Dungeon Worm so late that like I haven't really used it. Outside that, like almost all the spirit monsters are really good. And like the fiends are pretty solid too, specifically Armored Zombie and Dragon Zombie are really good. And the machines have the equipment, the shock shell, that allows the opponents to be confused, making them at least pretty decent. And like Blue Eyes or Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon and like Labyrinth Tank are pretty goddamn good. So yeah, that is more or less my opinion on most of the monsters. Fusions tend to not be very worth it, I'll say that as well. Mostly because of them having usually not many skills, nor do they have the ability to use any items. But yeah, to be perfectly honest, this might just be it. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom. We basically done everything. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. I initially thought that like challenge mode was something completely different. Like I thought this challenge mode was just gonna be the story mode, but then even harder. But unfortunately, it was not that. But I don't know. It's fine. It's an extra mode. Why not, right? But yeah, now that you once you've got everyone, it's just sort of, I think I've played enough Falsebound Kingdom over like the past few months. But all things considered, it's a pretty fun game. So yeah, that is my thoughts on this game, and yeah, thank you guys for tuning in on me playing through Falsebound Kingdom, and I don't know what we're gonna be doing next, but we'll see. So if you enjoyed this type of stuff, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.